Greetings friends, today I'm going to be showing you a very strong tactic that you can use at high level, even at mid or slightly low level. If your opponent knows what they are doing, it can be very strong and can help you win a lot of games and a lot of interaction, especially when you have the corner and you're trying to get, that last bit of damage in. It can be a little bit more helpful in those situations, but it works basically anywhere you can get a hard knockdown. So what this tactic is when you jump, there is landing recovery, right? So when you jump, you are like minus a lot. So let's say, for example, I throw my opponent and I jump. I do a normal jump. I -7. Standard thing. So what a lot of people do is that in this game you can do a safe jump. So you do an H button when you're about to land so that you are like +10, +11, plus whatever. So if they try to press or they try to throw or they try to do anything like a DP, you can still block it by holding back. So I'm doing this, I'm holding back, and if they do a DP or an invincible move, I will also block it, as well as if they do a throw or whatever they do. So it's pretty safe, pretty standard thing. You usually learn this very early on, especially if your character has a lot of ways to hard knock down people and get safe jumps off it. It's very useful. However, it's a little bit plain, it's a little bit obvious, and a lot of people, what they like to do, oh, I throw you, I do my safe jump, oh, brave counter, immediately. And it can be very annoying. Like you can technically just block this, but you're still -6, So this is kind of annoying to deal with when your opponent doesn't want to hold your safe jump. They can just, BC all your safe jumps. They don't really have to hold anything. They brave counter you and, okay, my safe jump is just whatever. So this option also helps you against that, against delay BC. So what we're going to see now is what happens when I throw my opponent and I hold the block button. Oh, I'm 0. Do you see that in the advantage frames? I'm -2, but if I hold the block button for some reason, I'm 0. Now, if you know frame data in this game, you know that throws are 4 frames, and the fastest moves you can do are 5 frames. So, on equal conditions of frame advantage, both are 0, you and your opponent are 0. If you throw them, you should get what is called a no escape, which is a guaranteed throw on their startup of their normal. And why would you want that? So let's say I'm doing this. Oh, I get hit, for example. So this is an option select a lot of people do, so that if you do an empty jump, they can hit you, for example, or they can hit your throw. So that empty jumps are less threatening in this game because of that option select of doing delay buttons. Like if they delay it for like 5 frames, for example, their normals only come out if they exit block stun. So that is something a lot of people do. So to beat this, as I mentioned, when you do this, you're 0. So let's put it all together. Let's put that information together. Let's hold the block button. Oh, I got a no escape. I'm letting go of the block button after landing. It's like you're canceling the landing recovery at the last second. Okay, I got punished there because the timing is a little bit weird, but you can like do this forever if your opponent keeps delay mashing. So this is teaching your opponent, hey, I'm not only going to be doing like normal safe jumps, I'm also going to be doing like this like setup when I block and I cancel my frames. So if you're delay teching, I can catch your delay tech. Now, what they need to do in this case is they need to change their timings, and that can be very helpful because a lot of people just autopilot the delay timings on their wake ups, because why wouldn't you? Like, it's like so easy and everyone just does a safe jump, right? It's like so easy. You can just do the same delay timing over and over again, and it will always be like something useful you can do. But this attacks that habit that a lot of people have, and it can be very annoying. So remember when I said that some people do delay brave counter to just throw you off of your safe jump into back into neutral? So this also catches delay BC. I'm gonna put some clips because it's kind of hard to recreate in training mode, but this is like something you can do to just grab their their raging strikes. And if you're fast enough, you can even like get a 2L. Although I wouldn't like, I don't like doing that. I prefer just to do another throw, because sometimes you get counter hit rage. They like grab the startup of your normal, and you get counter hit raging strike by complete accident. And I prefer that doesn't happen to me. So I just do the throw. So I just like do this and they throw them. And it's very, very powerful. I'm going to be showing you some other examples in matches. A lot of people like Have a Nice Day and Koji Coco do this all the time. And characters that have like aerial like options, like Beelzebub or even like Grimnir, for example, they can make use of this for like the dive kick, or when you're like jumping in the air for some reason. So it can have some interesting applications, and I recommend that you play around with what you can do with it with your own character, because there's a lot to discover using this technique. I wouldn't be surprised if this gets patched in the next upcoming season. Currently it's like the 22 of January, so we're still in season 1, and season 2 is like a month from now. But until then, like, this is still like good to go. Keep in mind, I set the bot to do 5-frame delay every time. But when you're playing, your opponent is not always going to be frame perfect, you know, 5-frame delay all the time. Sometimes they're gonna be 6, 7, sometimes less, sometimes gonna be 4. So if it's less than 4, you might lose out on the no escape. Although it's very hard to like, if they start doing that, if they start doing it like way earlier. So what happens is, if they start doing it at like 3 frames, you know, that will beat like my throw when I do it here. You see, it says counter hit, but that means I can start mixing up my timings when I'm blocking in the air. So as you saw in the clips, like Koji Coco, something he does sometimes is that he like blocks and then he like does a normal. So it's still a safe jump. So that makes it so that if they start shortening the delay, they're gonna be start to get hit by the last minute safe jump. So if I do it, you can do a JM or whatever. I recommend JL and JM depending on your character. Just try something. Something else I've seen is people like flicking this. It's like a mini mix-up. It's like, oh, I'm gonna do it, I'm not gonna do it. Oh, I think it's still on 5. And if you do it correctly, you can still get the no escape, and it's like a mini mix-up. You can still be plus and whatever. So this is something very interesting you can add to your arsenal of offense. And this thing has won me some games because my opponent doesn't know what I'm doing. They keep autopiloting either Brave Counter or their say delay timings, and they don't understand what's happening, which is understandable. Because this is like a very weird niche thing that only like 5 people I think know about, and a lot of people that know about don't even do it that consistently. But this is like very good to do. So I recommend that you try it out. You know, and the settings for the target dummy is, you know, you go counter on wake up, standing L, 5 frames. I recommend just using Gran or Jita, just standard characters, nothing too weird. So just set those things like that. Just throw them, hold block, stop holding block, and throw. Remember, it's very important. Once you land, you gotta stop holding the block button. So stop holding the block button at the last moment. Once you land, stop holding block. Once you land. So you need to land holding the block button, and then you need to let go. So you could be like, so you hold the block button. If you're using control, hold the block button, and then press the throw. So release the block button. Don't forget to release the block button. Very important. Then you get your no escape. I messed it up, but you can like do this as many times as you want. So if you like the video, if you like the tactics I'm showing you, I got a lot more tricks I can show you guys in another video if you're interested in that. So remember to like and comment if you enjoy that type of content. Also subscribe for more upcoming content. We will be covering a lot of more things on Granblue Rising, especially when the new patch comes out. That's gonna be popping 1000%. So remember also to follow me and exclash on social media. I'll be seeing you guys next time.